So one question we get asked a lot about is how we attach our rear roller on our Ego mower. Really fairly straightforward. Ego provide the rear rollers with screws and hooks that screw through there and sit onto the rear of the mower axle, wheel axle. But we don't ever use the bolts. We've done away with the bolts. So I think a lot of people get put off by the fact that they have to keep taking the bolts on and off, and I have discussed this with Ego, and have said basically that, you know, if you can use it without the bolts, then go ahead. It just makes it nice and easy for us to sort of quickly take the roller off in transit, and then put the roller back on when we're about to cut a lawn. So when we're not using the roller, we sit it here. And it never comes off. Obviously it adds some weight to the mower, but these mowers are really robust, so you can't really notice it, to be honest. It's probably no different from dragging it along the back. So you know, you haven't got to walk in pushing the mower then dangling the roller in one hand, because they are fairly heavy. So when we're not using it, it sort of sits into this nice little slot there. No problem. But to attach the roller, I think this is the most important bit. To attach the roller, this is the steps. So you want to make sure that you're on the highest setting on the mower, not low down. You want to make sure it's nice and high. And all you do is you flip the mower on its side, like that. See if I can get a bit of a closer view of this. Yeah, flip the mower on its side. Again, make sure it's on its highest setting. Flip the mower on its side. Get the rear roller. Hook it onto the axle. Give it a helping hand back. And the most important part now, what you want to do is you want to put the setting down. One setting at least. I mean, you can go down as far as you can, but one setting is fine. And what that does is it traps the roller in, so that won't fall off now. Take the weight of it so that you're not putting too much strain on the axle, and drop it. And that is it. The roller is now fixed. No bolts required, and in 2 years of us using it, it's never come off. To reverse the process, again, what you want to do is you want to be putting it in the highest setting. Tip the mower on its side, and pull. That is it. Switch over again, and put it back on the shelf. And that is literally it. Attaching a rear Ego roller. Again, I think that having bolts on the roller put a lot of people off, because they think that you've got to constantly be taking them off, unscrewing the bolts, putting it on the van and whatnot. And then I think what puts a lot of people off is the fact that you've then got to carry the roller around separately. But we've had enough experience with this mower now that number one, we don't use the bolts. So you can, as you can see, take the roller off within seconds, and number two, you can quite easily just transit the roller on the actual machine. And there you have it, guys.